All right, well, so what do you want to tell me about your matchup? How you look at this?
Well, I am the way I'm seeing it is that the longer the game goes, the less I can do against the Mundo.
Mm-hmm.
Because I fall off and he scales harder, right? So
Yeah,
he's stronger the longer the game go, and I'm weaker the longer the game go.
yeah, you won't have enough damage to really kill him.
Yeah.
What is important for this matchup?
Mm. So my idea was to kind of play the waves and make sure that I can, because I think if I played it correctly, which I didn't, then he should not be able to kill me at all, and I can just harass him or like on repeat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, boss. So you tell me. I'll draw the lines quickly. So you have like the areas of the lane,
Yeah.
and where would you like to be, and like why, if you could uh, explain.
It kind of depends on what the jungler wants to do.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if I'm strong sided, then I think we can just like I can just try to let the wave push into me all the time.
Yeah, you can do that.
Uh, and
The
if
if you are the strong side, there are two options, and the first one
Mhm.
is like you said, and the second one is
It's the dive one or move. Like if you push into him or freeze, then you can just move around the map and
exactly. So it's either you are setuping the gang, and you let the enemy push, or you try to crush the wave, get the bounce back, and slow push into your lane, and set up the gang. Of course, you need a good synchro with your jungler,
yeah.
and this is very important, especially like on solo queue. You just have to look what is your jungler doing, because when you're playing with like team play, you will be having the comms, or you before the game already know what to expect with your jungler.
Yeah.
And the other option, if your jungler is again playing with you more, then it is the option to push and create either opportunities to maybe go on the map, get some pressure, scuttle, objective, uh, or as you said, dive in like some matchups.
Which I think is hard against Mundo, but in other matchups I think it's easier to dive,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
especially as Renekton.
What if you don't have your jungler with you? Like if he's playing to
Um,
the bot lane, then what do you want to do?
like I still want to deny the Mundo getting strong,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to get to like do anything that risks me getting killed because I want to keep the pressure without like being at the level where I can die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So what do you think in terms of those areas?
I kind of feel like you probably want to play C, D, E, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because D and E I am more safe, and when I'm playing C I can kind of like harass him a bit, make it harder for him, but it's not too deep. So if the jungle comes, I
Exactly.
can run.
Of course, like when I when I drew this E, I was mostly thinking about like enemy crushing the wave.
Yeah,
If like I would explain that, then you would probably say that this is not the best for you. If
uh,
this will happen, like the bounce back, blah blah blah. But overall, yeah, the CD is very good. The D, of course, is the greatest one because you're totally safe,
yeah.
and you can have like you open the whole way lane to really punish him, maybe all in him. But the C is also good if you are scared, for example, in some matchups that have a lot of push. That if you're scared that he will just walk up and push the wave, or simply you're not able to get the push to your side, then
Yeah.
being around C is also good for you because you still can do something against him, because in B and A you're not able to do anything. Of course, if you crash the wave and then it will bounce to you with the slow push, it's good. But
Yeah.
overall, your goal is to play around those areas. If you don't have your jungler, you don't want to be vulnerable for or like exposed for ganks. And also, if the matchup is easy, like or like you just can fight and maybe you can try skill checking him, blah blah blah, then the C is also a very good one. Of course, and overall, what I want you to do is it's super cool if you're able to like remember all the matchups, blah blah blah. But like realistically, you won't be able to, and like
Yeah.
almost no one is able to remember all the matchups. So the best thing you can do is to create the models for every matchup, and that will really make your life as a top laner much easier. Because if you create and you just observe and like analyze the
Mhm.
matchups, but not in the way Mundo versus Renekton, but maybe melee versus melee, or maybe Bruiser versus tank.
Yeah.
And the same goes with all the ranges, because even though like you play differently versus Vayne, Varus, Anivia, but in common they are all ranges, and there are like things that you need to care of. So for example, versus ranges, you need to care for the vision in the bushes, in the
Yeah.
correct bush. So you need to be very like the closest to your turret. So if you're playing from red, then this bush is super important, and from blue, this bush is super important. And using the wards is like the crucial thing in the lane, and it needs to be done perfectly if you want to have a like some sort of good lane versus the range. And here
Yeah.
we have like Bruiser versus Tank, and as you said, there are more criteria. You said that he's outscaling you, that he'll be stronger. What about later on side lane? How do you see that?
I feel like side lane, like if we just don't look at like super late game, I think early late game and mid game, I think I'm completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like if we're looking like full item around that range, I think he just beats me if we're both a full item.
Yeah, I agree. On the mid to late game, I think that it's really hard to judge, but overall, I would say that there is no like super kill pressure on you,
No.
and there is no big pressure on him as well, because if he just presses ult, you don't have that many stuns to really make him, and he has ghost as well. That is also something to really
Yeah.
mention. Also, what about your rune choices, and what do you think it's important in this matchup, and how you like what was your
Well,
thinking?
I went because it was either PTA or Conquer as like main rune, and I decided to go with PTA because in my mind I wanted to do short trades like E in, out to W, right, and then E out.
Yeah.
Just take away a bit of his HP, and like for that PTA is much better than Conqueror because Conqueror takes the time to like
Mm-hmm.
start having an effect.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, Overall, if you have the idea and you will play with that, because you have to like adjust your gameplay to the runes that you have, and
Yeah.
of course with Renekton your Conqueror is like super good because you can stack it super quick with your W,
Hmm.
as well. Like you use the adaptive force and healing a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say that one is better than another. As long as you have the idea and as long as you execute it correctly, this is completely fine. But of course, look for the Conquerors sometime, because it is also very strong. Overall, about your champion, I think that both Renekton and Rumble are very cool champions to look for, to
Yeah.
analyze the game, because it really shows if you're thinking during playing, if you
Yeah.
are using your abilities in the correct order, if you're minding the fury on Renekton and the passive on Rumble. So it will really show us how do you think, and if you really like if you are fluent with the champion, and if you really notice what is your fury level and when to use spells, because sometimes it's really important to like see if you have like 45 and to not instantly Q, but to wait for it.
Yeah.
Overall, about your champion, what do you think is important?
Well, I think it's with Renekton. I think it's like he's a really strong. As I said before, he's like really strong in his quick traits like E, W, E.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also strong in the longer fights as well, because he's Q, and with his ulti as well, he deals AoE damage.
Yeah.
Um, but he's like the most important thing is like the Q Fury, I think, because the heal you can heal so much if you
Mm-hmm.
do it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. The W is also important. On
Yeah, of
W,
course.
what is also very important on the W?
The armor shredding.
The barrier, like barrier shredding.
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
barrier. I meant the shield.
yeah, exactly. And on E, like you most likely don't want to use the E with the Fury, but
Mhm.
when do you like what it gives as well? Like what is important?
Like that it gives a reset and then it gives fury when you hit it.
Yeah, I mostly want to underline the armor penetration that it
Oh yeah,
applies.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so overall, if you are playing any champion like a bit more, it's really worth to open the fandom and just maybe look for things that you don't know, because I mostly like also during recording my everything about videos, I a
Mhm.
lot of times see that either I was so like sure about something that is no longer in the game or doesn't really exist, or sometimes you
Mhm.
just can really learn something new.
Yeah.
So we can quickly go through the Renekton. Of course, you know
Mhm.
that you get the Fury from basic attacks. What is important is the 12 seconds cooldown when you will start losing the Fury.
Mhm.
And also this is very important that you generate more Fury if you're below 50% of your maximum health.
Yeah.
Um, and if you're above the 50 Fury, then next abilities will consume the Fury. What is important on Renekton, and what I will really underline, is the AD scalings. If you really look at them,
Yeah.
empowered,
It's crazy.
super good scalings with AD.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the most important part about Renekton is the ultimate, and he's like this is the one of the best combat spells. It is like the same
Mhm.
as Swain, the same as Aatrox. That the champion doesn't really exist without this.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm mostly talking about the team fight, but also on 1v1 versus enemy top laners, this is totally huge. You get the stats with the health, you get the bonus attack range, you get the Fury, which is very important. You
Mhm.
get the larger kill, and to be honest, the most underrated thing about Renekton's ultimate is the damage. And if
Yeah.
you really like look at that, and even like in the game with Aatrox, I saw one fight when your ult on like level 11 during 1v1 versus Aatrox dealt 1200 damage or something like this,
Yeah. It's crazy.
because it deals 30 or 60 per tick, and tick is every half a second. So you deal on level 11, you deal 120 damage a second with that.
Yeah.
And this is for 15 seconds. So this is very huge. Of course, it's good to know about the Fury gains. That from non-hit you get 2, but from hit you get 10. So you know how to play with your spells. You know that okay, I have 30. If I hit that, blah blah blah, then I can do that. And the same with your Q is also very important. That like if you know how much you get, or it doesn't really like you don't need to calculate it super well in the team in like fighting, but to
Yeah.
get the feeling and to know that okay, if I Q in this wave and I'll hit him, then I will have another 50 cup, and I'll get the W as well. The shield threat is something to mention, and of course W is super good with both PTA and the Conqueror. And E, of course, you need to be very like aware about your E's. It's like huge cooldown, and this is the only dash you have, and it really connects all the things with in like Renekton's kit, because then you can hit W, you can hit Q, and as you said, like the short trades, you can escape from the short trades, and yeah, this is mostly it's armor reduction as well. Oh, this is actually armor reduction of penetration.
Yeah.
So this changes a bit. Um, so something like this. Be aware of like what your champion does, especially if you don't like play 40 champions on top lane. Then it's worth to just like it takes 3 minutes to see that. Of course, there are some details. Sometimes it's worth to like read this as well. Maybe on Renekton it won't be that big of a thing, but on some champions, it's like can be huge.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get to the game. We'll see how it really goes. Uh, let's treat it as a like solo queue game as well, like
Mhm.
and think as it as you are playing solo. We'll
Yep.
see where your jungler will start, and then we'll adapt the whole top lane thing. You see that the Nocturne is starting from top side, so you expect the jungler to go on bot side uh, and go okay. Uh, so you go of course, there are a few things that are very important for you, and
Yeah.
overall, uh, always you need to check if there is bone plating, because you play totally different when there is bone plating and when there is
Mhm.
no bone plating. I mentioned that because on the Aatrox game, the enemy had bone plating, and it didn't really look like you were thinking about this. And this is
Okay.
something that you really have, especially with Renekton, because sometimes you are very prepared with your trade, but suddenly you are going in and pressing W when he has bone plating, and your W dealt like 50 damage when it should deal like a lot more, because every like bone plating tick just reduces the flat damage. So on the early game, it can really like be huge, especially for some interactions like Renekton.
Yeah.
Um, a good thing to do is always to like track what is enemy doing to the minions, and if you want the lane to be a bit into your side, then just hit a bit less than he is hitting, and the same goes on the other way. If you want
Yeah.
the lane to be pushing, then you need to hit a bit more. You were a bit late, so you do not put as much pressure. You also play with you are playing with bone planting, so you also want sometimes to be aware about this. Some little traits, of course, it could be a bit fancier in terms of like positioning,
Mhm.
because like I know it's sometimes one auto, but like here you need to be very aware, like that like if the enemy is like hitting you, then your minions are aggroing him. Then as well, your minions are not killing those minions, so not every time there is a reason to really walk up and hit the minion, because as you probably know, very common way to punish enemies on the lane is when they are last hitting, because they can't do two things at the same time. So
Yeah.
they as he's going right now, he has either the choice to hit this or hit you, and the same goes with you. You can drop the minion and hit him, or get the minion. And like I'm not saying that something is more important. You have to judge by yourself in the game,
Yeah.
but I want you to be like aware about this, uh, especially in here. Like if you said that. Of course, okay, maybe start with that. First levels, you don't like really need to care about the lane as much.
Yeah.
You want to care about the lane when there is the timer for the junglers. So let's say that if your jungler is going here and the enemy jungler is going here, then around when he is clearing this, you need to be careful for your lane. But of course, all of your movements are affecting the next waves as well. So
Yeah.
if you want to pressure him a bit more and maybe get the level 2 first, then of course now you can put some more pressure and trade like that if you are aware of your champion. But as well, you need to be aware of the lane statement and how you are affecting this.
Yeah.
So now a typical thing for you is to think about level 2.
Yeah. And does it look like I think about level 2? I hit a minion. I
Uh,
kill him otherwise.
what happened here? What was wrong?
I think I like there's no need to me. I step back when I'm about to hit level 2. If I just click him instead, I think he's dead. I don't know why if I just instead of going upwards there, if I go down, I
Mm-hmm.
think, or like walk into him even, I think he's dead. And I also
Overall,
missed my.
uh, first of all, your enemy is quite clueless about your level 2,
Yeah.
and you can see that. Another thing as well is maybe what you are doing here, because the next Q, like, this is alright to use that Q, but as well, if you are thinking about the level 2 very much, then you can drop, for example, the Q right now, maybe tank one Q from Mundo and have another like passive. But I don't think this is the main issue here.
Yeah.
As you said, the positioning could be slightly bit better. Your enemy is totally clueless. Then the first E doesn't hit, unfortunately, and as you noticed, the next auto attack is also
Yeah.
gonna be
Ooh.
missed. Uh, and why is it important? Because as well, the PTA not only deals the damage, but it also make the enemy like vulnerable for the next damage from your champion.
Yeah.
So if you proc the PTA faster, then you will deal overall more damage. Uh, there is also a thing that I can't really tell if it's what is better. In my mind, using the Q here is better because it deals more damage for like flat damage. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know how much it will give, like the armor reduction will change as like you have and he has like low armor, so like 20 something percent of the reduction is not gonna affect that much, I think. So probably the Q gives a bit more damage, and if you are not sure how like the next trade will go, then of course it will heal you as well.
Yeah.
So thinking about if he had like flash and he would be able to flash anyway, so maybe like getting a bit of HP is also good for you. So yeah, I think that considering that he has no flash, if you play that like perfectly, so you hit the E, you hit the evolved Q, and you hit the auto attack, then he should be that here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and now, what you are thinking about?
Uh, I probably need to push the wave into his tower so I can like look at reset or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wave
Overall,
is not naturally gonna like go towards me, so I have to crash it so we can reset the wave stage.
exactly. Overall, I know that now it's easy to say that, yeah, I need to think about the wave, push the wave, because then I'll
Yeah.
be like vulnerable for even like level 3 gank from the jungler, blah blah blah, and overall, it's not ideal, but probably now you were also thinking about killing him,
Yeah.
which is not bad, but it needs to be done in like you need to really chill down, or you need to be like, okay, I can kill him, but don't focus only about this, because in a lot of games you will start doing something like this will make your lane harder, or sometimes you will be so focused on killing him that you will forget about the wave, you will forget about the junglers, and
Mhm.
you need to be still thinking about other things, and a lot of times, maybe not on the first blood, but on overall like solo kills online, the solo kill itself does not give us that much. The after like the result of the solo kill, so the pushed wave, so the tempo, so the recall is the ones that are important for you,
Yeah.
and a lot of times you can get a lot more from playing a correct wave, and maybe sometimes you don't really need to kill him to really win the lane, because if he's not able to maybe farm under the turret and you are able to just push him and he will lose the waves, sometimes it will give more value than the kill itself. Of
Yeah.
course, if he allows you to kill him, then it's good. um, and yeah, I can see that you are very looking for this, and this is good because he has no flash.
Mhm.
So very good like awareness of his summoners as well. Now your wave is in the spot that you need to push it, but at the same
Yeah.
time you know that this is a bit hard. So
Yeah.
you now realize that this is a bit too late for you. And what could you do instead?
I could just directly reset. Like don't hit anything here and just reset.
Exactly, exactly. This is something that like a lot of the players, and I'm saying like 99.9% of the players, are not aware in the game, because
Mhm.
like you don't really think what is gonna happen. Like you're not playing chess and you're not thinking, oh, what if I push this wave and what will be in 30 seconds? This is only
Yeah.
like 30 seconds. You could actually think about this because it's not like that far away. But a lot of players are just, okay, I have to push it, but suddenly, oh, you were aware about his ghost, not flash, but
Mhm.
you as well are not aware about his teleport and what can happen if you start pushing this and he will TP and you will not crush it.
Yeah.
Then a lot of times, if you really think about those are only two variations. Like in chess, you have to think about 10 variations, and here are only two. I either hit this or I instantly base.
Yeah.
And if you really think about this, a lot of times the base one is gonna be the better one, because first of all, you will accelerate with the goal that you have. And
Yeah.
even if you lose something on the lane, then you join the lane, because for example, now you would be like this HP, so it's playable, but you are not able to win versus him. You have a lot of gold in your bag, and the wave statement is you are frozen here, and you are not able to do anything about it, and you're crying about your jungler not being there. And a
Yeah.
lot of times, like even though you're maybe you are fine and you're not dead in this way in this lane state, but
Mhm.
in like with the gold, with the HP, and with like your champion, it's much better to just use the teleport or lose few minions to just teleport back and be full champion, and be a full like worth of your champion. And the same goes here. Like if you look at the wave and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not able to push him. Okay, the enemy has teleport, so it's just better. Even if you will lose something from this, like 3 minions, but you can just press B, get the recall, get a very solid recall,
Yeah.
get the teleport back, and just unfreeze the lane because you are able to play the game because you are first of all your champion is overall stronger right now, and as
Yeah.
well with the situation with your items you're gonna be so much stronger. And so
So the thing where I fucked up, because I even recognized it like during the game,
mhm.
I did not look where the waves were at, like the incoming waves.
Okay, so
Uh,
so you can see that this is a things
yeah.
to think about, because not only tracking the number of the waves, so if it's the common wave or not,
Mhm.
but also overall tracking the position, especially if you start recognizing the situation that like after killing him, like immediately now you have to start thinking what I should do, and
Yeah.
like there are just a simple schematic things that you need to do. You need to check where the wave is. You need to see if you are able to kill the wave or not, and if he has TP or not, and then and as well the jungler. And with those four things, you are completely able to make a proper decision. And if you include everything, then nothing can go wrong. If you include the fact that how fast he will be there, if I am able to push the wave, when where the next wave is, and if I'm safe here because like there is no jungler, and
Yeah.
you totally like if you just remember those four things and you slowly include those in the game, then you'll be totally fine after those situations. Because again, here it's not that bad for you, but in some games it can really like you got a kill, but because of like being totally careless about jungler, the wave position, or something else, then sometimes you are not able to play. Because, for example, you got a kill because of something, enemy just inted totally, but
Yeah.
you're playing a bad matchup, and like the fact that you just killed him, that doesn't mean that you're winning the lane. And suddenly, like, let's say you are playing Darius, like he's playing Darius, and you're playing some tank. And even though you killed him, or like you killed him with your jungler, but you fucked up with this, then your lane still can be super bad, even
Yeah.
though you got a kill. So it's very important. This is just a aftercare. You played totally good. You really executed the whole like sequence with like killing him, and also you like took advantage of the fact that he is just playing very bad. Uh,
Yeah.
and this is very very good, but you need to do the aftercare, because if you won't do the aftercare, you're just not executing your whole like opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
I suggest a lot of times if you like see that you got a kill, but like the result is not that good for you, then during like a quick analyze, just 3 minutes, you see the solo kill, you see and you're thinking, have I was I thinking about all the stuff I should be thinking? If not, then what did I miss? What should I do better? Uh, and sometimes, as I said, like this situation is not good for you either way. Like it could be better for you. Like
Yeah.
the best situation would be like crushing the wave, and then you create the slow push for yourself and uh, into your lane, and then you're able to play with the advantage that you have, and just maybe kill him again, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
this is completely fine. This is completely fine. You just come back to the lane, and as well you are. Right now probably aware about the jungler, because
Mhm.
I don't think that you have spotted anyone. So
Yeah.
probably what you are doing right now is you are aware about the freeze. You're teleporting to the turret because you are scared of the jungler being here. And
Yeah.
as you see, like your jungler is pinging, and you can also ping or communicate that I might need help here, and he might like just go straight to your lane
Yeah.
to shadow you, or to just crash the like you can crash it by yourself. You don't need really help, but you just need a cover.
Yeah, in case Ambessa is there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and also right now you're like, if the enemy jungler and top lane have no like real setup, then like in terms of like they can't like kill you that easily, then with your ward respawning right now, your first thing that you could do is just go and ward, and then you are able to even walk up without the jungler.
Yeah.
uh, I'm sorry if you hear my brother's friend's status.
No, no, it's fine.
Um, I turned on the crisp, so it shouldn't be that bad.
No, I can't really hear them, so it's fine.
Okay, so
Super low.
you actually did it. You placed the word, and you are completely fine even without your jungler. But still, for like comms, for like a competitive style, you still
Yeah.
should call for your jungler because you are still very exposed. And
Okay.
just for the cover, I know that maybe here it won't change anything, but in other games, in other situations with better players in the enemy, you will need the cover, and like not only you but your jungler needs to be aware of this as well, because otherwise your lane can be really trolled. Uh, and now again, like what you are thinking after like placing the ward, and what do you want to do with the wave, and yeah.
Yeah. Like I kind of wanna, because I don't like where the wave is at, because Jagger is pathing bot,
Mm-hmm.
and like we can see their Ambessa bot now, but like it's still dangerous for me to be this high. So I want to push in the wave and like uh, make it like reset onto the middle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, crash
that's
it.
a good option. As well, if you know about the Ambessa, you can also adjust your like plan, and if you want to play it differently, this is completely fine. If you're
Yeah.
feeling like this, uh, but of course, the like good option for you is to have the lane more to yourself, so you're able to punish the Mundo. Of course, he can farm with the Qs, but he won't get the gold from everything. Good punish here, but as anytime you are doing something like this, you need to include what?
Uh, I don't know, the Fury, because you just wasted the Fury with E, right?
Uh, yeah, but actually I was thinking about something else.
Or the pot.
Uh,
Is it
hey,
another thing as well?
I'm thinking about the fact that if you are right now thinking about your wave state, then if you're
Mhm.
doing anything with like the enemy champion, you need to be aware if like first of all, sometimes you have AoE abilities,
Yeah.
uh,
Okay. Okay, now I get it.
and sometimes just hitting the enemy with auto attack and getting the aggro will change the
Mm.
wave state, because the enemy minions will hit you, not your minions.
Yeah.
And like your minions will be hitting the enemy minions, and suddenly from the slow push to you by just clicking one auto, this can be a slow push to him. So being very aware of like the fact that everything that you do to an enemy champion is also affecting the wave. And this is for Rumble, but this is for Renekton. But for example, for Rumble, this is a very common thing that every single time you trade, you need to include the wave state, because you will hit the wave anyway.
Yeah.
And the same goes here. Like if you want to do the E. Over the enemy minions and then click Q, then you are getting the push. And I'm not saying that this is something wrong here, as long as this is like continuation of your plan. So if you want to keep the pressure here, if you want to play more aggressively, then something like this is completely fine. And as you said, I mean, let me watch it, because you said something about the Fury.
Yeah. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
you could have pressed Q, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't even noticed that, but
I think the trade's like the trade is fine either way, right? But if I just queue there, the trade is so much better.
yeah, especially like, uh, I mean, stopping here is like fine.
Yeah.
Of course, he will int and he will come into your Q range.
Yeah.
But like the trade could have been much better, and like every time you have the like ability as like the Renekton's Q with Fury, like you're not only dealing more damage, but you are also healing yourself a bit, especially
Yeah.
when you are in this position with two minions as well. Um, and then, as you said, like the Q should have been the correct option for you. So
Mhm.
those little things, I know that you are not like a Renekton main or anything, but like overall, the champion is considered as a an easy one, because like your abilities do not do like anything like too fancy. But if you, for me, like the same goes with Rumble. Like the whole kit of Rambo is quite simple, but if you really think about the champion, then like managing the Fury, the passive in Rambo, getting the correct order with your abilities is so much like so hard.
Yeah.
Uh, and also like being fluent with all the combos and tracking the passive, because like sometimes you are aware that, oh, I have 50 passive and I will only have 50 passive in this trade, but as this trade was like you got like the perfect amount of fury for the trade,
Yeah.
and you are able to trade even better. And now you are keeping the lane in this position.
Yeah.
Now this is also what you should think about now. You have seen like a bit of time ago Ambessa here.
Yeah. Uh,
So what does it tell you?
well, it tells me that like Ambassador's bot, there's no, there's like I can basically do whatever I want because like not whatever I want, but I'm stronger, so I can play now, or I can.
You see her now, so we will be
Yeah.
40 or 50 seconds later.
Yeah. So if I reset and walk back, she would probably beat top.
Exactly.
That's probably what I'm thinking about first.
The main thing is right now for you. If you really saw her in the game, you instantly click tab, because we don't know what was her clear, and we need to know if she just appeared on bot lane from base, or
Well,
she appeared from clearing.
mhm.
If she appeared from clearing, then the next time she will clear, she will be again from bot lane to top lane, from top lane to bot lane, but she will be able to like clear this and go here, or instantly go here without clearing. So you need to be like aware of what is happening with the enemy jungler to make a proper decision. Oh, I didn't catch the tab.
It's so quick.
Mm.
I don't know why I do these tabs. They're so useless. They're so quick.
Okay, so this is the same situation as like she is in the same spot as your jungler is.
Yeah.
So it really is allowing you to track her very good, because if you know that your jungler is right now puffing from top to bottom, and she is top lane, so now if she is bot lane, then she is puffing from bot lane to top lane.
Yeah.
So you expect her to be in like minute or minute and something to be around top lane, but
Yes.
the easy way to do this is just to track your jungler. Of course, your jungler was on the camp when she was there, so she will be maybe delayed, or sometimes if she has a very good clear, then she will still be okay. So really, right now, not only think about the enemy jungler and track her in your mind, but you can also look on your jungler. If he is just clearing, you are able to tell when the enemy jungler should be. Of course, the junglers should be unpredictable to be able to gank, because if they are just clearing like this, then you would know every single time when to
Of course.
come back, etc.
Yep.
So they like, as like higher you will get, the higher junglers will have more unpredictable pathings and more unpredictable like behaviors, so they are able to get you when you are not really ready. So right now still you're looking at your jungler, and also be aware that they don't have to like clear instantly. They can drop the camp and be there faster. So now and overall for like a minute right now, you should be caring about your lane statement 1 minute ahead. So like so even though the trade here was very good, but if you know that in a minute the Ambessa should be there on top lane, then maybe not doing this trade is gonna be better for you, because in like if you look into the future, like you will be safe after 1 minute, and if your lane will be around here, then maybe you will be able to do even more with the state of the lane.
Yeah.
So this is something to really care about, and like overall predicting and playing to the future is super important for you, and overall for every player, like, because a lot of players, and I really like that people are playing like reactive, but if you will be playing reactive and you will have no plan, or you will not think ahead, then the better players always will punish you from being reactive and not like thinking about the future. Sorry, there was a loud car or motor.
That's fine.
So you see that that right now it's not ideal. It can be either, it will be like neutral. Now you are recalling, but you yeah.
Cancel.
So now either your option is to just stay and collect the gold XP but not create any push. And actually, like, this was happening. Like, even though the minion number was the same, but if you really think about the HP bars, then the cannon from your side will be that
Yeah.
much quicker. Um, so now I'm not saying that this is completely like illegal. I mean, okay, in this situation, what we're like talking about, it is illegal to do something like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
what I want to say that you are aware about like the fact that your champion is stronger and you're probably winning, especially if you like hit those E's.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Of course.
but even if like you could play that perfectly, totally perfect, and it's still as a decision, this is like a bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is something that just shouldn't happen. And there could be a scenario actually that like looking that the enemy Mundo is like not very good, then I think that you could be able to even one shot him with like best possible play here. So just pressing E, landing the other E,
Yeah. The
and
ulti.
if you actually this is perfect. Your E gives you how much per champion?
Like Fury,
Mm-hmm.
it gives 10.
Yeah. Your ult gives you.
It gives 5 per tick.
Yeah, but instantly it gives something.
Oh, 20. Yeah.
And it would be perfect
Oh,
for
it
the
would be.
W.
Yeah, it would. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if I just hit ulti, I think I kill him. If I like hit it directly when I go in,
Yeah, and
because he's slow
another
with
another
ulti.
thing, like you press the W here, and now this is also something interesting because every time you are like, not you, but overall, like when you are hitting someone or you're positioning yourself, you always like what I say is that like movement speed is very like in like correlation with attack speed, because
Yeah.
a lot of times you have to move to the right place to be able to attack again, and sometimes it's better to not attack or to prepare your position for the next attacks. So for example, right now, of course, this is very easy, and even you clicked there because you see the thing here,
Uh,
and you know that, I mean, you should know because you know, like now you will stop.
mm.
Even though you knew that, like getting the, I don't know, did you get the passive or not?
I don't think so. I think he gets it like just because of this the ulti. If I just continue walking, I think I get it, but I don't think I get it now. Yeah, he gets it.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I want to like tell you about is the whole concept of like positioning yourself for the upcoming fight. So you are not just hitting him now, but if you know that you not kill him in this instance, then like the fight will continue. Then you need to, for like every champion will do this differently, but like with your abilities, you need to position yourself so you are able to hit the auto attacks, so you are able to hit the next Q. Like I talk about this a lot with supports, because a lot of times as a like Thresh or Leona, you are not the
Mhm.
source of damage, so your job is not to get as many auto attacks on him, but to prepare yourself for another rotation of spells. So for
Yeah.
example, if he's running here, then auto attacking him is gonna delay you, and you might not catch him in the next instance with your abilities. So sometimes it's better to just walk and not auto attack him, but just follow him. And the same
Yeah.
goes with some of the interactions with your champions. If like your champion is based on abilities like Rumble, if you don't have the passive stacked fully, then your auto attacks are not super huge. So sometimes it's better for you to just walk correctly, so you will be able to do another Q or another E, or maybe with the fact that you are not auto attacking but you're just walking, you will be able to have another auto attacks as well. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you will just have a better position, or maybe sometimes he has a shield, or sometimes he has something else that you need to like take care of. And the same goes in this situation, that like something like this happens, maybe it's more important for you to get the passive and then like auto attack him afterwards, and maybe you delayed like half of auto attack. But if you really think about this, then like for example, this passive might give him like more than your whole auto attack. So like in the calculation, it could be better for you to just not auto attack once and get the passive.
Yeah.
And here Okay. As we said, like the whole combo was not perfect, but overall the decision was bad, and now we can see the Ambessa is coming here, as we expected. And what is also like, of course you can't do anything about it, but right now,
Yeah.
what are you thinking of as well?
Like what I'm thinking about is no, like my original, like the first thought was out, like go out.
Mm-hmm.
But then I kind of remembered that I'm a Renekton, and somehow I think I can kill them both.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I
uh,
mean, mm,
I can't do that. But that's what, like, I remember that's what I thought in the game. Like
I'm not
I
saying
wanted to
this
build
is
lanes. I
wrong
can do
because this is just a limit test, and
Yeah,
this is like the, like on official game. Maybe I would blame you for doing
yeah,
something risky, but when you're
yeah,
screaming, when you're solo queue, then this is completely fine to limit test if this is not completely out of the planet. Um, what I was thinking about immediately is the wave state,
yeah. The
um,
game is horrible.
and we'll see what happens. Because
Yeah,
what I want to see is what I want to also say is that, that again, like the limit test is completely alright. Also, they are now making the wave for your advantage because the next wave will not come, and this will actually push. And maybe if they
mhm,
hit the wave a bit more, then it can be a neutral wave for you, or even the slow
yeah,
push for you. And you like if they have no stuns whatsoever, no ult, no nothing.
yeah,
So the very safe option for you is to just click E 2 times under your turret,
yeah,
and you're completely fine. But I see that you are like, okay, I might kill her, and you're okay. You're very close to killing her.
yeah.
Mm, like actually,
But
if
I also think I do my Q better there. I don't know if I get them both with
I
like the
think
first Q. I
I
don't know.
think you did, you're very large. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, okay.
No, actually, like if Ambessa played it a bit worse, like if she clicked the W right now, and you would break the shield, this would be a kill for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe I'm also thinking about if you could have maybe go for the Mundo. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
They are
yeah.
quite similar. Like even though it looks like she has way more HP, uh, but this is actually quite similar, I think, because
Yeah, I
every
think
like
it's
thing is
possible.
100 HP. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and something, and here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think something like this. Okay, so they're pretty similar. Um, so yeah, I don't blame you for limit testing, but I blame you for the whole decision of fighting
Yeah, yeah,
here.
of course.
Um, and of course, your lane is now okay. As we said, like because of the fact that they were holding the wave here, then the fact that there were three casters, it didn't change, and actually they will be able to push it under your turret. I don't know why Ambessa is not helping. But maybe it's still enough to push it, and yeah, you will lose the. Not only you lost the HP, and this is also something that I want to like. Even if you're risking, if you're limit testing, but also do this with your brain. And of course, here it was hard to like predict the outcome of the
Yeah,
wave because of this happening. But sometimes, if you know that the lane is fucked in terms of wave, then you have to judge if like now my only option. If I kill someone or I limit test, then maybe it's the only way to get something back, and my lane is fucked anyway because like you're playing against Darius, they are diving you
yeah,
here, and maybe the only option for you to get any gold is to limit test because like you are a champion that cannot come here and take XP. So maybe it's better for you to risk it. But sometimes if you know that your lane is better, especially this will be for like ranges as well. If you are holding the like if you are the first hand in the lane, if you are controlling the whole lane, then maybe because of the jungler, your lane might be fucked, but after if you just escape this and if you like press the ability or ghost or flash, then you might be good. And after you come back to the lane, you will be still alright. So always like, of course, it's hard to judge during the fight because now the heart ratio is like high, adrenaline is there as well. So it's hard
yeah,
to keep your mind clear. But if you will be able to, or even I think that just taking care in terms of like reviewing this kind of play and having in mind that okay, this was maybe a bit too risky, or maybe the result was this and the matchup is like this, and by just doing this in the review will help you in like with your unconscious thinking, because then even though you are not thinking about this actively right now, but maybe your brain will just tell you that okay, now I just have to escape.
Yeah.
But of course, I know that it will look also different. Like on an official game, probably you would never
Yeah.
do something like this.
No, then I'm just out.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the only reason that I'm fighting is because I think that like there's a chance I kill her, right?
yeah. You just
But
feel
in
strong.
in officials, I don't want to play for chance. I want to play for like guaranteed stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And as I said, like it is very close. If she just pressed W
Mm.
quicker, then she's dead there.
Yeah.
Uh, so now you, after something like this, what are you thinking?
Like my team is playing Drake,
Hmm.
and Ambessa is on reset. She's probably opening bot. But I still like my main goal is to make sure that I get the wave state that I want.
Yeah.
I want it set up so that I have a wave state that I can farm and I can be
Hmm. And
safe because we still haven't seen Abessa, right?
yeah,
Like there is a chance she goes for our top side if they want to concede the Drake.
yeah, if they want to do the cross map, that is also an
Yeah.
issue for you. And overall, what like the very like first thing that you should think after like getting killed and mm, like okay, maybe I'll just say it. So like the first thing is that
Mhm.
you should think if something has changed in your lane. If the
Oh, yeah,
kill
yeah,
if the kill changes the way, because you just skipped the part and you're talking about the next, which is totally correct. And like in this particular game, you are able to play your game because the one kill does not change the whole lane. But in some
yeah,
matchups, it will really change the whole thing, because someone will get the spike, someone will get the shoes, someone will just start to be stronger than you. So the first thing that is probably just happening in your head instantly without like active thinking, which is very good. But maybe someone will be watching this. So the first thing is, does my lane change from this play, or I can continue my game? If this
yeah,
changes, then you need to adapt,
yeah, of course.
and yeah. But for you, it just happens immediately. So in this game, in this matchup, I think that you're still doing alright. Of course, if you want to do like any sort of all-in, then you need your ultimate. But for shorter trades, then you do the things you are doing, with again thinking about the fact that if you're trading in the wave, then you will get the push, and now you are getting the push anyway. This is also a timer for you to maybe care about your jungler to come there, because not only like not only care about your jungler, but also on the enemy jungler,
Yeah.
as long as you don't see them. Of course, you can predict that. Maybe you have seen them. Maybe. Of course, this
I
is
don't think I've seen Abessa.
okay, but you can expect from the movements of bot lane. That is also why, like, sometimes I'm not saying that you should like spam the F keys, but just look at the minimap, and just from minimap you can tell like that they are maybe preparing something on bot lane, and the same goes for you with mid lane, because of course now you're playing against Mel, but sometimes you'll be playing against some RE Rise, and then just by looking at the minimap you're able to tell something about their movements. Now you see Dambessa. So now you can also like fully utilize your plan and do something. Good thing to do here is what?
I think it's push and try to get a like get vision and set up for the grubs that are spawning.
But like in okay, my question was not
Oh,
specific enough.
yeah.
In this, like now,
I should walk in with the wave.
yeah, just like a little bit. Like this is a very
Yeah,
small
yeah,
thing, but like imagine that he just sees that you are walking away, and he can just curve here, and like with the Mundo, he's not really caring about his HP too much, and
yeah,
he can just hold it a bit more, and maybe you could still like in the like the wave is so far away, so you could be just like coming here, but sometimes it will delay you, and it will delay you more than just walking like a little bit here.
yeah.
So this is like a small, very small thing, but a good habit to have, just walking with your wave and making sure that it crashes, because not crashing it might give you much more problems, or might, as I said, like might delay you much more than the fact that you went instantly toward the enemy. And as you said very correctly, preparing the vision not only for the grabs and for your for your team, but also for yourself. So
Yeah.
if you know, and you should know this right now, in terms of like communicating with your team, what you will be doing on the map, and if you are preparing for being a weak side, then I also suggest placing a bit shallower ward, so it gives
Yeah.
you like more in terms of like security for you, or it spots the grabs if they're doing something, because the very deep ward, when you will be here, it won't give you that much. The deep wards are very good if you're pushing and you will be the strong side. But it's not a big of an issue. On solo queue, the main issue will be that you won't be able to predict what your teammates will do. But
Mhm.
on like with your team, you should be able to do that very earlier on. What is your objective? If it's a dragon, if those are the grabs. Uh, so yeah, that's the thing. Of course, the main part to think about right now is to think about the enemy Ambessa, and if your team
Yeah.
is on the dragon and they are not here, then you are the weak side. So again, right now, no movements to here, because this is the same
Yeah.
situation as it was in the previous play. So now just give the push and let him, like, even maybe earlier on we could see that sometimes like one stupid auto attack might be just making your lane a bit harder.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing happened there, but if you will like uh, put anything in the way, it might troll you. And as well, like right now, if you want to trade, think about the wave statement and the map statement as well. The good habit to have also is to press the tabulator, but with like the reason. Oh, you see the Ambessa now. Good trade. Uh, like you should be alright. Potion was a bit late.
Yeah. And I fight too long. I should just run directly after the trade. I continue trading, so Ambessa has time to move. I even see her walking up. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah. It's something like probably in your mind she was starting the blue buff or something, but actually she just went straight in for top lane. So
Yeah.
now if you see her like this, of course it's hard during the fight, but maybe someone should call this that she is coming right now, so you just need to leave instantly.
Yeah.
And as I said, the potion might
A
have
bit too
been a
late.
bit earlier, and that is also something that I've seen in like the other games, on the like early games, that you are not potioning very correctly. So you know that this is like an overplay, and this is just being a bit careless about the Ambessa. But I presume that you have not were aware about her position. Maybe not at all, but maybe you were just thinking that she's doing the blue buff, or you just miscalculated the distance, etc. Um, but still, I think that you are able to, like, you have the flash, so you should be alright.
Yeah, I
Uh,
should be alright now.
as long as you hold it, because again, they have no stuns. Now she has the ultimate, but her ultimate right now is very very slow. So you should be able to flash out from this. And of course, sometimes you might be feeling not so good with being reactive, but with the abilities that are not so hard to like flash reactively on, then I really suggest that, like, right now you just think, okay, I need to flash her ultimate, and you wait for her ultimate and you need to flash that. And if
Yeah.
you will be thinking about the fact that she has, and this is like also what sometimes I'm doing with the players, like analyzing the main abilities with the enemy comp. And you can do that as well. And with the duo jungle top from the enemy, the only thing that you really need to care of is her ultimate, because this is the only stun they have. So now, if you will be thinking about this, it's gonna be much easier for you to dodge. Also, right now, you can think about the execution of the escape. So
Yeah.
how do you would like to escape from this?
I would probably want to E on top of her so I can get the E reset, and then I think I can just walk out, or I can even E upwards, and then if she goes on me, I should be able to flash.
Okay, yeah, it's well, I'm not saying that there is one specific path that is super
Yeah,
correct,
yeah.
but just having this in mind, because there are, like, if you are aware about your, like, about the limits, then like you only have to flash if she ults you. And sometimes in some matchups you even won't have to do that, and it really depends what will happen. But you can either, if you're staying like this, you can just, if you have that much fury, you can just Q her, and if you're standing on her, you can just EE, and you get some of the HP back, and you should be fine. And even sometimes you would be fine without flashing, even if she ults. But if you're not really like aware, then just flashing is also very fine.
Yeah.
It's just very important in this position. Like, you should not die in if you don't fuck up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Q was there, the E was there.
Oh,
Also,
that flash is horrible.
Yeah, the flash is yeah.
If I flash to the left, I survive. Or like to the right. No, like just dodging it, I survive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Also, right now when I'm looking at this, maybe like not stay because I mentioned the Q, but if you saw her like having the second W, it might be also an option for you to just like don't care about the Q and only care about her dodging her Q, because like her Q
Yeah.
will deal more damage than your Q will heal you. So maybe your option is to just during her even animation of her E, maybe just immediately EE, and maybe she will not get you, or E in the way that that will dodge it, even if you want E like the best possible line to get out, but maybe if you have to like E to the side, it's still gonna be alright because it dealt you like a lot of HP. Uh, but overall, the flash here was
Yeah,
a
the flash is
mechanical
very bad.
misplay.
Yeah.
And now, again, what you are doing is thinking if that has changed anything or not.
hmm
Um,
And I think now it has, because he is quite a big.
Now I
Like,
think it has in terms of like the fact that you don't have enough damage for him, and what is also thing about Mundo.
he has a lot of HP, and he can actually output some good damage, and he's very hard to kill.
Yeah, and like in terms of like itemization for you.
Yeah, he's good, just going straight HP, and when he
But
gets.
but like countering him, if you really want to kill
Oh,
him.
oh. I mean, I don't know if like HP, like a Bramble Vest or Executioner does a lot, but maybe it does.
If you really like, if in matchups or situations when you are very ahead, then you can do that, and this will make you like this will help you on all-ins, because
Yeah,
it in some matchups like with Aatrox or Darius, it changes the outcomes of the trades because they are healing during the trades. Of course, Aatrox also heals during the all-ins, but Mundo only heals during the all-ins. So if you are thinking about only like you said trading quickly, you have the PTA, then this is completely fine without the executioner. But
hmm
if you are playing Conqueror and you're like feeling strong, or you got a Q and you are like, okay, now I'm ahead, I can drop this 800 gold and get the executioner, so I am
yeah,
able to kill him on the all-in on 1v1, then this is a good option as well. Just be aware sometimes and judge about the value of the 800 gold. If you are spiking a lot on maybe first item, or you can like you don't really care about the first item and you can drop it and it will give you more for your champion, because the same goes with Serpent's Fang. A lot of people like do not really calculate the damage properly, because if you are really gonna take the whole like if you are a burst, for example, AD guy, and you
yeah,
want to kill someone on one burst, you will need to like go through all the shields. Then a lot of times, even like on a full build, when you can build a much more expensive item, then a lot of times there is no item that will deal as much damage as Serpent's Fang if you really want to go through the shields. Because of course,
yeah,
if you're like poking and you even with your poke you want to get through the shield, then like Serpent Fang is like totally useless. But if
yeah,
you will go through them, and the same goes with the healing, if you are planning to go through the healing and kill him anyway, because like if you really think about the healing is just another HP that is not there right now. So he could have like I don't know, if his ult will heal him for like 500 HP, then he could have just 500 HP more, and this would be like the same. This is just
yeah,
the bar that is not there, but it will be there. So if you want to take a bit of this bar, so you have to judge if like completing my first item will deal more damage, or the executioner will deal more damage. And the
yeah,
same goes with serpents, and the same goes like on some mages. I talk about this a lot with Banshee. Like Banshee still gives you AP, but this is the only item that can, like for example, with like some poke jays, this is the only item that can tank like 700 damage. And is still an like item that gives you AP. Like there is no tank item for like mages that will tank 700 HP or like 500 HP. And we are talking about like the whole value of item. So for example, you could build the whole like I don't know omens, and it could give you less in terms of survivability than the banshees, even though the banshee still gives you AP. So it's always just a pure calculation.
yeah.
Um, Now your support is there, you are pushing, you crush the wave, Mundo is teleporting, you will be like hovering there. there's nothing really happening, and as well, like the situation on the map is interesting because there is no objective right now, so
Yeah.
it's a bit harder for you to predict where the enemy team can be. And as you could see, like for now there was no intervention from any other champion than the jungler. uh, so in different games now this is also an option for supports to go somewhere. And overall always be careful for and with your team it should be much easier to tell in terms of like the windows for the enemy support and mid laner to roam. But on solo queue you have to like uh, playing this game is really about looking here, and
Yeah.
this is like a lot of time. uh, of course the best thing to do, like if we could do that as humans, is to just put one eye here and then one eye here.
Yeah.
But we can't really do that, so it's a lot of times you have to be able to. The same goes with tabulator. I don't want you to like click the tab for 30 seconds, but those little clicks, and the same goes with like those little like 1 second look for the map that will not affect your gameplay that much but will tell you the information, is super important. And the same goes with the tabulator. If I'm saying that I want you to click the tab for like specific information, I want you for top lane, and most of the times you only click tabulator to see his items and see the jungler, enemy jungler, what is
Yeah.
the creep score, the items, if he was recalling or not. This and if you really will focus on that, then if you press tab and you know that there is the top laner, there is the jungler, and right now you just tap tab for the information about items. It takes you like half a second, and you know the information because you are looking and for that. And the same goes with jungler. Like if you will think about, okay, now I want to see the script score of the enemy jungler, you can like immediately click the tab, and it won't take you as much time, and it will give you the information.
Yeah.
um, Here's some like the traits are hard if you want to get the gold um, from the
I
minions.
think at this point he's just I can't really fight anymore because I can't really kill him at all. It's
Like without Conqueror, it's very hard for the longer fights.
yeah.
Um, Now you see Mbessa as well on
Mhm.
the mid lane, so you're aware. Of course, it's hard for you to really trade. I think this is, if you will just go from this, then this would be. Okay, let's see that again. I was like, if you. Okay, he pressed ultimate. If you could just trade as hard as possible to make him maybe recall, but I think that you are just too weak,
Yeah.
so it's hard for you. Mm, so actually, this would not be that bad when your jungler is coming for to your side, because you just
Yeah.
use his ultimate. Maybe you will use his ghost, and your jungler is able to kill him or something. But when your jungler is going from your side, then doing something like this is like a sometimes it's just a death sentence because the enemy jungler will use that, or is it like it is a sentence of recalling because you just tried it too hard. Uh,
Yeah.
because right now if you really like if he really pressures you here and he will still be pushing blah blah blah, then you can just have another potion. If you really need, you can use the ult and maybe mm, just do a little like healing from the Q or something, but you could still be holding into onto the turret, and you should be alright. Even if they would try to dive you, I think that with your ultimate, if with W, with E, with the Q healing from two people, maybe you still would die, but maybe you would take someone with you.
Yeah.
But doing something like this will, like, there is no other option for you right now to just uh, press B, or like really you only get the EXP and you won't get anything else from the wave. Um, okay, the Mundo is a bit clueless. It helps you a bit. Uh,
Mhm.
but okay, you see the Ambessa right now. And probably that's why you stayed and you will farm another wave.
Yeah.
And also, this is what I talk about when this is the second game of the series. So you can already tell how the enemy is playing. And as well, after this game, like when I would see how he plays, I would be like, okay, I can just skill check him, or I know that he will not kill me there because
Yeah.
he's just bad. Uh, or sometimes you can tell that, oh, maybe he will not risk it, and he will just come back. Now, what is very important for you here?
I need to reset. I
Yeah,
need to get my HP back.
what you could even do is clear the wave as fast as possible,
Oh
and
yeah.
press B. So just
Right.
immediately like right now, if you see that that Mundo is not like in for Renekton, it's totally like you can do that because you don't have mana. Because on other champions, you have to like care because maybe you'll use your whole mana and the enemy will show up on the next wave. But you can just immediately like okay, I need to recall as fast as possible. You can't join this fight, so you don't really have to look for that. And in like team play, they will call all the things. They should call the ultimates, the flashes, blah blah blah. So right now you can just Q the wave, W auto attack. Even if you lose some, you lost the creep anyway. Even though you were doing this very slowly, so you could just lose it anyway, but clear it even like 3-4 seconds faster. So you are able to be online faster or to join maybe a swap or something. Because this is
Yeah.
also a timer for your team to look for swaps. Because if both of the laners are resetting, everyone on the map will be resetting.
Yeah.
Like even Azir will be resetting. So this is right now the timer for you. If you are able to call, then you can call for some swaps for the different lane assignment,
I think
or
we spoke about it, but we ultimately decided because Drake spawns in a minute and we want to play it.
yeah, I know,
I
but
think I think we said that it's better when I play it.
yeah, yeah, I agree. You're almost finishing your quest, but overall, I want you to be able to see those critical situations that are
Yeah, yeah.
happening in many games and that are very crucial for you. So in this specific game, I don't think that swapping there is a good option. But just when you will be in the game, we want your overall like skill to be able to always like start thinking about this, that okay, this is the timing for me to think about the swaps, even if we won't swap but like I still was thinking about this during the game. Now the first items are coming, and what do you say about the situation top lane?
I think to say it as harshly as possible, it's kind of rough for me. I can't like even with like I have the short traits and then they're even better with Eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like with because he has Heartsteel
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
then I just can't kill him. There's
and as well
yeah,
his swift assist.
yeah. So like I can't kill him. So I should just my focus should be on the wave state and CSing.
Mm-hmm. That's true. What I would also like when we come back to the whole strategy for like PTA and your build is
Yeah.
that if you don't want to risk too much, because actually this build is risking a bit because you want to get something from this. Because if you
Mm.
will as here, if you are not ahead or even you are behind, then right now you are not able to play and you won't be able
Yeah.
to really play for the entire game from now. So I think that the Conqueror plus like either like Black Cleaver or something more for the Bruiser build for the longer fights, maybe Strike Break or something. I think that the other build is much more forgiving for you.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you for thinking that, because like you got the first kill, that was very good. But the next situation, the next decisions were just a bit off.
Yeah.
But as you stated, it is from now a bit unplayable because he has just sustained more HP, better roll-ins. Even the short trades are just becoming a bit worse for you because he can just Q and get the hard steal and then he will be alright. But you're dealing some damage. But like if he has ult, then like the chance of you killing him is not like so big.
Yeah.
Okay, there comes the Ambessa. That was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's
Uh,
it.
yeah, you are quite large.
Yeah.
Maybe as well, if you saw the Ambessa right now, I mean, probably you're thinking, okay, I will E out, and she has no range for me.
Hmm.
But also, like doing this reactively could be like you did it
Yeah.
reactively, maybe just miscalculation of the distance.
Yeah, I also think if I just E upwards, like not
Yeah, yeah,
like towards my tower, just straight up,
yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I also survive. But I
Just
think in my mind, I'm just like, oh, I'm out of the range, but I weren't.
hmm So now the situation is obviously even worse, and probably you won't be doing anything for the next couple of minutes. Okay, I see the 9 p.m. is coming close, so I'll just mention the Rumble thing,
Yeah.
which is also important. During the gameplay, you can just quickly talk about the matchup, how you look at this.
I think this matchup is kind of rough. Like it's definitely playable, but I think because he has range, it's harder for me to punish him. Like I have to walk pretty close for my QE, uh, and I also think that he can like
Mhm.
yeah, it's like pre especially pre W. I think he just like outtrades me.
Hmm. Why is Jay so specific? And why I wrote down the three levels or over three
I
levels?
don't know about the three levels, but specifically why I don't dislike this matchup is because he can outpoke me when I try to go in, and when I'm close to him, he can change to like hammer form and just E me back out.
Yeah. So you just really said that because what I
Yeah,
want to say is that Jace is so specific because on level 3 he has 6 abilities, not
yeah,
3. And this means that if your champion is not strong enough, then this is why Jace is like a lane bully because on every matchup he's just able to trade better because he has just 6 abilities. And
yeah,
with the combination of all, of course, his E on the range form does not deal damage, but like it can in some way deal damage
yeah,
if he gets the Q, blah blah blah. And like overall, what is really important to like uh, always calculate that he just has 6 abilities, and after level 3, he will start like still have 6 abilities, of course, but
yeah,
the fact that like if you look at the fandom as well, like all of his abilities are very low damage, but if you combine them all, it still is gonna be better.
yeah.
So it's very something to think about, and this is one of the I think like more like for Rumble has really almost zero bad matchups, but this is the only matchup that for first
Yeah.
levels it's really hard, and after the first levels, after like you will get the shoes, after you will get to the first item to like upgrading your Q, then it's gonna be completely fine because then the problem with Jace is that on first levels he has both range plus melee, and like so it means that he can trade in both and he is decent with
Yeah,
both, but with the game going he is still like developing something here, but he does not specialize in something, and
yeah,
always like your champion is better in some way, and like if you are better in like he's not good in all-ins, he's not best in range, he's not best in being melee, so like a lot of times your champion will do something better than him and you need to focus on the one part that is better. Of course Rambo is also specific because you're you're melee but you're like mid-range with your Q, and you have some push as well. uh, so yeah, that's something to remember. What I remember is again like here, very good thing for you is as long as you are aware about this, that if you trade, then you are able to trade and get the wave at the same time. And this is good in
yeah.
this situation if your Q does not like one shot the whole wave. But if you want to keep the lane and like something like this, then this is of course good for you. Now he actually like played good, but also like
Mhm.
if you really track the level 3, I mean you saw that he just got the level 3. uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so like there is not even like about tracking, but just about awareing that now after level 3 he got another 2 abilities, so now you have 2
Mhm.
but he has 6.
Yeah,
So if he just combines all of them as he did right now, or he just
yeah.
pressed all the abilities, then he deals a lot of damage. And also be aware about his first auto attack that shreds your
Mhm.
armors, and as well the melee E gives like deals the max health damage. And what else is important? Nah, I think that's the main part.
Yeah.
Uh, and
That's kind
here
of why
also the movement speed from the surge.
I actually really hate this matchup. I think it's so hard to play early.
Oh, that's the thing. Okay,
Uh,
look now. Of course, with level 3 from you, it's much easier because you have the W.
uh,
And tell me, Bael, what you
mhm.
do right now?
I probably walk up, but I shouldn't walk up.
Yeah.
I need XP. I want XP, and I want to look for the first opportunity to reset.
So considering that he's also very low,
Hmm.
so like he won't stay there. Like there's almost no option for him to stay there. Especially maybe I don't know if your jungler was spotted or not, but right now the only thing you're thinking about is what do I do after? I'm not even now. If he's not walking with the wave, then you right now need to already think about what I'm doing with this wave under the turret and what
Yeah.
I'm doing with the next wave that is coming here. And you need to
Mm.
think about this right now. And
Yeah.
as you said, like again, say that again. What now would you think about and how you would approach this problem?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking for the reset, and depending, like the wave is going to push towards me, right? Because my wave is stacking up here, and I believe he doesn't have TP. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he has ignite.
Yeah, but I should not be walking up here. I should be resetting
Okay.
because
Mhm.
there's no way he's staying. 'Cause if he's staying, he's crazy.
Yeah, and this is the same thing as on Renekton, but with Renekton you like killed him, and the situation was a bit different. But like in terms of like wave management, it is the same situation, and it
Hmm.
is something that will be happening in a lot of your games. But this is the very common thing for a lot of players, and just not being aware because like in the past, when there were no home guards, the game
Hmm.
was much slower. Then getting this wave and just recalling was completely fine because he before he would get there he would lose some of the minions. After he would push another wave he would be already coming back. Everything is slow, everything is fine. But in this game, when he will be there pretty fast, when you are able to be there very fast with your W as
Yeah.
well, with the home guard, then a lot of times the correct option is to just press recall and
Yeah.
pushing that one more wave. Like, and if we like you know that now, but tell me what is the reasoning behind like if you look forward, what will right now we are looking on two variations with the chess one. Like what is
Yeah.
the first variation when you push this wave? What will happen?
Like either he's going to catch it, or the wave is going to be bad for me. So I think in all the cases of me pushing this wave is bad
Mhm. From
because either he is on time and then he can just hold the wave up, like on his side of the
okay,
lane.
with the ability of your push on level 3 and the
Yeah.
fact that he recalled already and he's Jace with E and ultimate and home guard, I can
Yeah.
tell you that he will be there on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if sometimes he would not be there on time, a lot of times there would be wave on time. So again, your wave,
Yeah.
like you right now, when you imagine you pushing this wave, you know that the next wave will be there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this is
This
totally
is
fucked
just
up.
bad.
Because now
Yeah.
either you are delayed with your recall and you will lose more from this play because you have to recall with this HP, or you have to stay. You can't stay.
Yeah. I can't
Um,
stay. He's just gonna kill me.
so you know that this variation is bad. And what is the
Yeah.
other variation when you recall? What will happen?
When I recall, there's a chance I lose some minions.
Yeah, and even uh, if let's say that the minion gods are for not on your side, and
Yeah.
this will be a slow push, then what is happening after the recall?
Um, I don't really know.
Okay, I'll just say, uh,
Yeah.
as you said, it can be pushing to him, but after the recall, you'll be with full HP and you are able to play the game. Maybe
Hmm.
sometimes your jungler will be able to connect with you if you really need that. But again, comparing this to the other situation, when you have to walk here, it's better for you to walk with full HP than with this HP, or it's better for you to walk here when you are 15 seconds ahead or even 20 seconds ahead than when you will be delayed after pushing blah blah blah. So this is the
Yeah.
first thing. The second thing is that maybe he'll come here and start pushing this a bit, or the minion gods sometimes even with the neutral wave or something like this, the minion gods can make the wave stay in this position or sometimes even push this because those are minions. Sometimes they just focus something wrong, blah blah blah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
what I want to like say is that in every single like scenario, recalling here is better than pushing this.
Yeah.
And this is like something that really like this is the most important thing from the whole session. Of course, all the little things, mechanics, blah blah blah, those are cool. But this is the crucial mistake that will lose you the whole lane. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching that, and from here I was like, okay, this is the typical situation. And I was like, okay, either they will punish it and you will lose the whole lane from this, or nothing really will happen, but it's still a shit play. And guess what?
They punished it,
Yeah,
and I completely lost the lane because of it.
this is that easy for them to spot, even if
Yeah.
they're not super good, but that's so easy for them to spot that this is the timer for them to do something that
Yeah.
even support has came here. And
Hmm.
from that one thing, the whole like whatever you will do next, like everything like came from the first from pushing one wave. And the
Yeah.
whole lane was lost from when, of course, sometimes you are able to skill check someone, kill someone, blah blah blah. But in this case, like the whole shit show with them taking you so many times, with having you ganking you so many times, it's all and overall like your lane looking like this will be the result of the one wave that you pushed. And
Mhm.
like this will just be happening all the time. You're
Yeah.
just too weak to do something, because then even right now when you see the slow push, you also this is something that you could do to when this wave approaches and you are not sure about the dive. If you are predicting a dive, then trade as much and get the wave out of your turret, because
Yeah.
if you look at that, especially like even though that minion has this little HP, but he is not going to die from this minion, so he is a total minion caster. So there are 4 minions more with the cannon, so it's a super push. And if they are able to crash this whole thing, then you are first of all, it will take you a long time to a lot of time to take this. And second thing is that if you die on dive, then you lose almost 2 waves.
Yeah.
So something to also think about, especially with Jay that just hit ult level 6, but he's not really getting a lot from the level 6. He's not getting the ability.
Yeah.
So you can just right now trade as much as possible. And also, if you would really be thinking about that, now you would be also stacking your overhit. So you are able to trade on this wave much harder, because with overhit, like a lot of matchups look totally different. And again, right now, if you would expect dive, you would be stacking the overhit. And when you
Yeah.
have 60, 80 right now, you still press your E to just hold the overhit and maybe be able to do something on the dive.
Yep.
But overall, when something like this happens and you are aware of the dive, but even if you are not aware of the dive and you just don't want to give him too much time, because if he's able to get 2 waves under your turret, then he'll have a lot of time to maybe go mid lane, maybe ward here, or sometimes just go for your jungler and maybe like get him out of his jungle, blah blah blah. So just trading for the wave is gonna be very very good for you. Just clicking, especially on Rumble, it's so easy for you to just trade both with the enemy and push the wave, because sometimes you just have to choose. Like as I don't know, Cassiopeia, you have to either click E on enemy or on wave. But
Yeah.
here you are able to do both at the same time. So also remember this, and if you're especially like looking on the map right now is not very important for you. So right now this is also like crucial thing for your lane. So focus on your lane, do the job on your lane, and as I said, fight a bit more for the prio, so they are not able to get the whole wave under your turret.
Yeah.
And even if you die here, if you're not if it's not avoidable, then if you will still get a bit of the wave, then it's gonna
That's
be better
better. Yeah.
than not getting anything from here. Okay,
Yep.
I think that's it.